Okay, so today we're off to Case, up in the northwest of England, who are experts in all things suspension, particularly WP and Öhlins. So for those who follow the channel, you'll know that with all of my bikes I go out and get the suspension adjusted to my requirements, which really means weight and sort of riding style that I generally adopt. So today is the opportunity for the super scalpel. Yeah, so Case, very good company. Been there for many years to do a lot of stuff in the off-road market, trials biking, etc, etc. Super friendly, super helpful. Give them a shout if you want to get any advice or get any products on suspension. Ask for George, top bloke. So today the plan is to do what they call a ride in, ride out suspension setup, and it is what it says on the tin. You're literally riding with your bike, you have a conversation with them, you'll understand what you're looking for, and then while you're there they'll do everything on your bike, sag, the preload, everything. On one of my previous bikes they said that the actual rear shock was working to its limit really, and I might want to consider upgrading. So literally they just give you a good health screening of your bike suspension. And I think the other thing to note is that we're all different sizes, we're all different heights, different weights, ride differently, do different types of riding in terms of terrain, distance, complexity. We're all different, bottom line. So how come it's right that every single bike that comes off the production line with a standard suspension setup is all the same? It can't be, just cannot be the case. Now, I'm not a specialist in understanding how suspension works, I don't profess to be, I don't have that aptitude to do that, but what I do know for sure is that every single time I've gone in and had my bikes done, it's come out feeling transformed, feeling far more confidence inspiring, far more sure-footed, far more self-assured, far more compliant, and just well balanced. Now, yeah, that might be a placebo effect, but you know what, at the end of the day, riding is as much about physical as it is about mental. So anyway, off we pop on my fantastic 890 Duke R, and I generally don't film while we're getting it done, but we'll see how that plays out. The weather doesn't look great. We've had lots of showers on this summer's morning, on a Friday morning. I'm taking an early lunch break to go and get it done. I said, literally, you're in there 20 minutes, that sort of money, maybe a little bit longer. So an hour and a half round trip back to the office. Oh, and just as I talk, it starts to spit. Okay, not far from there now. I've just ridden one of it, only 15 minutes or so. This bike is awesome. I was at my brother's last night thinking, I want to have a decat it and get a Rottweiler intake system. This is awesome. I'm just in sport mode, I'm not even in track mode here. I've got ABS on road, but it's a bit greasy today with the rain we've had. But it's just an awesome bike. You look down and you're doing silly numbers and you don't even try. This is a bike in disguise. They call it a middleweight naked. I don't think I've ridden a bike as much fun and has such a responsive feel to it than this. It's just awesome. And I forget the fact that I've got a puncture in the rear. Well, I did have a puncture in the rear. I did one of those brilliant puncture repair plug kits, and I've used them once or twice before, and I've got total confidence in them. And these Power Cup 2s or Power Cups tyres, the Michelins, are just outstanding. It's not the perfect tarmac for them today. They really do like warm, dry tarmac, but where it's just a little sprinkling of water with the rain this morning, a few showers, they're not bad at all. They warm up nicely. It's just awesome. I'm loving it. Anyway, listen, I'm not far from Case now. I'll try and get George just to say a few words, just to introduce Case and just give him a little plug, but he can be a bit shy, and I've asked him in the past and he said no, so I'm not quite sure how much I'll be able to record with him while I'm there, but see how we go. Hey! Down to 30. Okay, calm down. Okay, it's always a bit of a rabbit warren round here now. And a couple of times I've actually missed it. It's just hidden away around the back here. A bit of a dirt track. Here we are. Looks like a bit of a building site, but here we are. Off-road and on a anyway, there we go. Case suspension. What the car's doing here? Here we go. Suspension and Performance Centre case. As you say, they do Olin's, K-Tech, Acra, Yoshi, but they definitely do WP. Definitely do WP, and they're good at it. So here we are at Case. All the teams, riders and bikes they've worked on over the years. Yeah, awesome place. Yeah, it's a place with heritage, that's for sure. But I don't think I'm going to get videos of the work getting done or with George. But I'll get home and let you know what I think of the results afterwards. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so just back from Case. Wow, transform the bike. I told you before, didn't I? It will transform the bike no matter what setup you buy the bike at, what your size is. It can always be improved by someone who knows what the hell they're doing. So well done, George at Case. So what did they find? So they found at the front here on my WP Apex forks that the front rebound was too light. So what that basically meant was on compression and then release, the front was coming up, the suspension was throwing the front up faster because it was lighter. What in turn that was doing was actually, as this was coming up, it was pulling the back of the bike down. Also, what I always felt before I went was that the back felt soft. Anyway, so what he's done, he's basically put preload onto the rear. He's put 3 turns on, which is obviously done here, so it's all adjustable here. In fact, the whole system's fully adjustable. And that's added about 1.5 mil of preload. So that's taken some of the softness out the back, but what he's then had to do is balance the front with the back. I can't demonstrate it, but basically to balance it, what you're looking at, if you can actually compress the bike by putting vertical pressure on the seat, when the bike compresses and then rebounds, it should come up in the horizontal plane rather than the front being more, or the back being more aggressive in the way in which it responds to that compression and rebound. The bike feels ace. It really, really does. It's difficult to describe how much of an improvement it makes just to get the bike set up. Obviously then there was also the static sag, so he set the static sag from a weight. Now this spring on the back, it's set for about 40.5 stone, but he said if you were to go to the next one up, he said, which you could do, he said you'd be going up sort of 1 strength on the rear spring. He said the problem with that, Steve, he said, it's going to be really firm, and with the roads in the UK you want a little bit of softness on the back, not too much. But he said that's actually perfect for me. So he said I could replace it, be about £150 fitted, but you know, total respect to George in Case, he didn't try and sell me something I didn't need. But the bike just feels awesome. Has a little play on the way back, and again these tyres are just great. So these are the Michelin Power Cup 2s. I've done 1,000 miles. In fact, I've just got over 1,000 miles today on the bike. They're starting to flatten out on here, only because for the last sort of few 100 miles I haven't been doing much. I've just been doing a bit of road riding. But these tyres are awesome, so I need to decide whether to get these again and just enjoy them for the grab that they get on the tarmac, or get something else like super coursers that might have a bit more durability. But I'd be surprised if I get
1,500 miles out of these, maybe 2,000 at a push depending on what I ride, but I would have thought in 500 miles I'd be looking to replace them. SC exhaust, slip on, brilliant. If I take the baffle out, sounds awesome. I have been considering decatting it. I think after today, no, let's get rid of that. But yeah, loving the bike, loving the bike. So what have we got? Let's just what have we got on here? So I'm riding it with ABS road mode. I've obviously got different road conditions. Hey, you're right. Yeah, not a problem. Oh, he's fine. Come on, fella.
Come here, Bo.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Otherwise, the big bad white dog will get you.
She's nosy, Bo.
They all are. They all are. Not a problem. Not a problem.
She won't do anything. But...
Okay. Cheers.
Come here, Bo.
So yeah, so I've got it on sport mode, but as you can see here, you can go into track mode and you can set anti-wheelie mode on, off, launch control, throttle responsiveness. You can set to track, sport, street. It's an amazing bike. Anyway, enough said. Hope that's given you a bit of an indication as to what you can achieve with having your bike suspension set up to yourself. If you live in the Northwest, give Case a shout. If you don't live in the Northwest, just find your local suspension specialist, and I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Hope it's been of interest. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.